Hey guys, welcome to the third part of the upgrade system, and in this one let's finally upgrade some items. And there is few things that we need to do before, and that is in our upgrade widget we need to set the crafting level and crafting experience. For upgrade materials we can create new legendary material that we will use to upgrade all of our items, and I also want to add the gold cost. So first thing we will do is create function. We'll create it in our player blueprint. This one will be get upgrade cost. And we will need some input here. Only thing from item info we need is crafting struct. And this one will be crafting info. We'll also need some outputs. First one will be crafting level that we will need to upgrade this item. So it will be type integer. Then crafting experience. This one can be upgrade crafting level. Crafting level, upgrade crafting experience. Then we will need upgrade material cost and also upgrade gold cost. So the way we're going to set them is we will break open the crafting struct. Here I mentioned it in a previous video, the one before, that we should change our default value of upgrade level to 1, but I need to change it back because I think it's going to be easier to calculate everything. So in our crafting struct, change it to 0, and that way when we upgrade the item it will go to 1 here and then plus 1 on the item, so it will go up to 5. So save it here, and then back in the function we now need to do plus here and do 1, so it always has at least 1, not 0. And then we will go and multiply it by 5, and to get our crafting level we'll get the crafting level that we need to craft this item, add to it this value. So if we needed 100 to craft this item, then we need 105 to upgrade it first time, then 110 to upgrade it second time, and so on. Add it here. For experience we can just do this one here, so level times 5, so we'll get 5, 10 and 15 experience. For material cost we can do this one times 2, because this material is quite rare, so it can't be that much. So times 2, so which will be 2, 4, 6 and 8 and 10. And then upgrade gold cost we can multiply this crafting level by this upgrade level plus 1. So if the crafting level we need is 100, then cost will be 100, then 200, 300 and so on. Okay, but instead of connecting it directly, let's promote this to a local variable called local gold cost. And first we're going to branch check, so B and click, if this value is less than 50, because on our crafting level 1 it will cost us almost nothing, so I also want to always pay at least 50 gold. So if it is less than 50, we will set this local gold cost to 50, and if it's not less than 50, then we'll set it to this value that is correct and connect it both to return node. Okay, quite simple function. Later on we can, play with it a little bit more, maybe base it on rarity and different crafting levels, so different crafting experience and stuff, but I think this works quite well. And the way we're going to use it is in our upgrade widget. We're going to, here after we set upgrade widget, we're going to drag this back and get the player reference. So get the player reference, get upgrade cost. We're not passing it the upgraded item because that is plus 1 already, so we need to get item info, break it open and connect just the crafting. Okay, And then for this, instead of calling this function again at some point, we can just promote all of these to variable. One thing you need to make sure they are not the same variables than here, because we set quite a lot of things up and some of them may be similar. So upgraded item, upgraded icon, item level. Okay, seems to be all good, because it might cause you some issues if there's going to be same variables. So promote all of this to variable. And once we have it set, I don't know if you remember, but we did a node to set this later, which is the crafting level and crafting experience. So remove the node, and here we're going to search for append, the string, connect it here. Then to A, we're going to write crafting level, colon and space, and this will be upgrade crafting level. Okay, and then let's drag all of this back. And this second one, we'll copy the append, connect it, and this will be crafting exp for our experience, and it will be upgrade crafting experience. Okay, so now we have all this set. What we can do is create that material, the legendary material, compile this, save this, go to third person map, and here we can go to our quick sell bridge, search for jar as a jar of cookies, which actually comes up with some cookies here, but there is a couple assets I really liked, and that is 2 of these, because I want to create diamond dust, which will be our material for upgrading. And this kind of got the legendary look and it can store it, so I really like this one. But this one is just even better because it's got a stopper on top and it actually looks like something you could put diamond dust in. So we're going to download whichever you like. Okay, there is more of the assets as well. I'm going to add this one to my project. Rename this one to diamond dust underscore sm. This folder to diamond dust, and I'll drag it to our meshes, the whole folder. Okay, once that's done, just one thing we need to do is open the static mesh and let's set collision to auto convex collision, apply and save so it doesn't fall through the floor. And now we can create our item. You already know how. We go to our items, right click on items BP, create child blueprint class. This will be diamond dust underscore BP. We will change the item mesh to diamond dust. We'll compile and save it, close this, and we need icon as well. So go to icon creator, icon capture, viewport, and let's change this to diamond dust. I'll reset the values, move it closer, and actually it looks really nice. I don't even have to move it around. I like it like this, so I'll just right click on icon render, create static texture. This will be diamond dust underscore icon. Open it up. This one texture group needs to be UI, compression setting user interface, and min alpha 1, max alpha 0. Save it and move it into, careful not the render, the icon to our icons. Now we have everything. We can just open our data table, create new row. This one will be diamond dust for name, and everything else is diamond dust as well. Item icon diamond dust, and max stack what we have on wood 20, so I'll do 20 here as well. it will be material, no skeletal mesh, rarity will be legendary, base stats we don't need, weight will be something like 0.1, and description we can do can be used to upgrade items. Item value will be something like 50 and 250, needs to be expensive. And materials, none of these from the crafting we need, so just save it. Now let's actually see, I'll try to change one of these to diamond dust. Okay, it's a cone. Let's see, maybe it's just showing us the cone. Oh yeah, okay. There we go, diamond dust. Looks quite nice. Now it's maybe a little bit small. If you want to change it, you know where it's in the build scale as well, but I can later create some effect on the very small items that will see them better. Okay, for now I'm happy with this, and we're going to go back to upgrade widget, and here we'll set the upgrade materials. Click on this canvas panel and let's add horizontal box to it. We will select it, anchor it to the bottom side, so Ctrl and Shift and click. Let's make size Y 60, position Y -10. Yeah, that works. And now we need to add image. This will be our gold. Let's make image size 60. I think that will be too big, so 40. We need to change this vertical alignment to this one. Padding we'll set to 10. So 10 padding is the square. 10 on one side, 10, yeah, that should be 60, okay. And now we need the color, we got it down here, so copy this color and paste it. And we will add text. Which will be font size 14 maybe. 14, we'll change the padding to 20. And turn off the padding on the left so it's next to the gold, so 0. This will be something like 500. You know, actually we don't have a player gold anywhere in this widget, so we will do 500/player gold. So we'll set it later with the variable. Rename this to gold cost text and check this variable. We will need to add another image. This one will be our diamond dust. It will be 60 × 60. And yeah, that's fine. And now we just need the text, one more text. Add it to the box. 14. Padding 20, but on the left side we'll have 0. And now to offset it, we can just change the padding on the left for this one to maybe 50. There we go. And this one, is that in the middle? 40 maybe. 40. And this one be 10. There we go. And this one will basically be something the same, how many we need / how many we have. Let's make it italic, because that's how we usually have materials. And what else we need? This is set, so we just need to set these values. Select the first one, it's easier to find, go to graph, and now get the gold cost text. And the second one we didn't do anything with, so this is materials cost text. And we get them both. First one will set text. We'll get this append as well. So this one will be upgrade cost, upgrade material cost slash, wait, this is gold, so let's do upgrade gold cost forward slash get a player reference and get gold, which we have stored in a variable, and that will be another pin. Okay, and this one will set text, copy this whole thing again, connect it here, and this one will be material cost slash materials we have. I think we do have a function to find materials or something. Find materials count, and it takes the item class. That is perfect. What we can do is change this function to pure, so it doesn't have a pin node. So compile and save, make it pure, this find materials count, and in upgrade we can now get a player reference and find materials count, which doesn't have the nodes now, connecting nodes, because it is pure. And we'll connect this to C. It shouldn't affect anything in our crafting as well, so it should be fine. Here, just select diamond dust, because that's our upgrade material, and now connect this back to the rest of the function. Perfect. So now that should be all set. I also think we do have this widget visible by default. We need to hide it, so select this upgrade item box, make it hidden, compile and save. And then, are we setting it visible somewhere? I don't think so. So here we'll just make it up. Here we'll just make it visible unless we have it somewhere here. Description, no. Okay. So we will get the upgrade item box and set visibility to visible. So all this is when we're setting the upgrade widget. So once we click on the button, right, test it out. So play the game, just check what it looks like. Not any upgrades. Okay, upgrades, and then okay, so we can see the gold. Crafting level is 5, crafting experience 5, that is all good. 2 out of 1. I got 1 out of, no, 2 we need out of 1. 50 gold we need, we got 0. Yeah, all seems to be working fine. So now we just need to upgrade the item. And for that, what we're going to do is in upgrade widget, go to designer. To this upgrade item box, we're going to add new button. Add it here, select it, and then anchor it to the middle. Let's offset it position Y to maybe 300. Yeah, perfect. Here on the bottom of this, we'll add text to it. This text, first of all, I'll rename this button to upgrade button. And this text will be upgrade. I'll do maybe 2 padding, and let's change the font size to 14. Yeah, so it fits in the middle. Justification center. I'm not gonna style it too much as well, it's just for functionality now. We can do that in another video, otherwise it's going to be 40 minutes again. So let's go to graph. Oh no, one thing. Scroll down on the button and let's do on click event. And here we need to do some checks if we have a materials to upgrade. So we're going to do branch check. First thing what we need to do is, well, crafting level, gold, and materials. So crafting level, get a player reference, get current stat with the stat component as well, and then we check crafting level and check if this value is greater or equals, so greater or equals the upgrade crafting level that we need. And instead of connecting it directly, we need to do more checks, so we'll do end boolean. Okay, and what this does is all of these that we connect to end boolean needs to be true, all of these conditions, otherwise it will be false. Okay, so we need to check if gold, so get player reference, get gold, and if it's greater or equals the upgrade gold cost. Connected here, add one more pin, and we're going to check if the materials, so again we need that function find materials count, diamond dust is greater or equals upgrade material cost, and add it to this one. And then once all of these conditions are true, we can craft our item. There is few ways to do it. We could use something called set array element, which will be setting the item that we already have in a different one. The problem with this is we need inventory index where it's located. We can't do anything like find because there is lots of variables in the item info, so it won't find it. And if you try to set array element, you remove some materials, then try to set it, it won't be there anymore because materials disappeared from the inventory, the index moved down, and then suddenly you upgrading or you changing the item that is not meant to be changed. So what we're going to do is we're going to first remove the item that we going to upgrade. So from player reference, remove item, this function, we'll do it on a true branch. On false we can just connect the player reference and create notify. Create notify, and we'll do not enough materials, even though later on we can also change it a bit that, you know, it can be crafting level that we don't have, not the materials. For now it's just so we can see what happens. We'll remove the item. We do need inventory index still, but the way we're going to get it now is we do have it on when we click on this upgrade button and select the item which we're upgrading. It has inventory index. So what we're going to do, we're going to pass it to the crafting widget, in the upgrade widget, and in here we'll create new variable. This one will be inventory index, and it will be type integer. And we also need to create one more because we need the reference to the button as well, because we will need to set some variables back to the button. So we're going to get crafting upgrade button, grade button ref for reference, and it will be our upgradable items button and object reference. Okay, compile and save. And now in the upgradable items button, after we set the item info, drag this back and just copy this again, and then we will set inventory index for the upgrade widget, which will be this one here. And we also need to set the button reference for ourselves. So set crafting upgrade, set upgrade button reference, and reference will be self. Okay, so get reference to self. That way we can access this button from the upgrade widget. And now we have this done, so we compile and save. Now back in upgrade, we now know where to remove the item. So it will still be on the same index. So we'll get the inventory index connected here. Quantity we're removing is 1. And then we're going to remove crafting materials, which is, I think we also have a function to remove crafting materials. Remove crafting materials, and this time it takes data table row handle. It's not an issue. We can get a player reference, remove crafting materials. And for material, we will just drag from it and do make data table row handle. We'll select our items DT, and you need to type in here diamond dust, but exactly the same way as you have in a data table, okay? Otherwise, same as this row. You can copy it so you don't make a mistake. Otherwise, it won't work. And quantity will be the materials, upgrade material cost. Okay? So that's removing the materials. Some index might be moving now as well. So we are also going to first remove the gold. So get gold or set gold, then get gold. And this will be gold minus subtract the upgrade gold cost and connect it here. Okay, we remove the materials. Now we can pick up the item in whatever inventory index. So we will get a player reference again, do pick up item, and the item info will be the upgraded item info. Okay. Now we do need to change it. So after we pick it up, we picked up the upgraded item. First thing what we need to do is check where it was put, because we need new inventory index when it's where it's located. So the way we can get it is straight away after pickup, we get inventory. We get length. We get length. Not just length. And we'll do minus subtract 1. So it's the correct index. And we will set our inventory index to this value. So if there is 5 items in the inventory, it will give us 5, but the last index will be 4 because it started with 0. And we got new inventory index when we just place this item. And the reason we're doing it is because we don't want to close the widget or refresh it or anything like that, because we have it still open, and instead of item +1 we will have now +2, and the next one will be +3, and then +3. We will just be switching them. So we will first set the item info to the new item, upgraded item info, and the upgraded item info we just get on the beginning. So we just need to call this get upgraded, what is it, set upgraded widget. Okay, we need to call it again and it will reset it. So set upgraded widget. And actually before this we need to set the new index for the button, because if we upgraded one item and then switch to another item and then back, it wouldn't be able to find it, because it finds it only when the list is created on the beginning. So now what we need to do is get our upgrade button reference, set inventory index to this inventory index that we just created, and we also need to set the item info of the upgradable button. So item info for the upgraded item info, so this one here. Okay, and this is a very complex function, but It literally took me a while to figure it out, and I think it works perfectly like this, even though you might not understand it at first. I mean, we're just passing references and updating it everywhere. I'll show you why it works better later. And then we upgrade this widget. And I think that's all we have to do. Compile and save. Now, to test it out, we need some gold on a player. So set the gold to 1000. Set our stats component crafting level to 150. And materials. Where's the dust? Just hold Alt. You need to press it each time you want to multiply it and drag. I'll do a few of these diamond dusts. Play the game. Pick up the dust. So I can upgrade at least twice. So you see how it works. Go to upgrade. Do something like rock blade because it's cheap. So 2 out of 13, 55. Craft it. Bam. Rock blade 1. We need 4 out of 11. We need 50 gold. And crafting level is 10 and 10. Everything seems to be working. We're not gaining experience. And you might have noticed one issue, and that is here we got +1 and +1 and +2. And that is only because in our upgrades, this part where we're setting the name is a little bit wrong, because we set the name to +1, which first one will be fine. The second one, the name here, will be already Iron Sword +1. And we're adding +2 to it, so it will Iron Sword +1 +2, and then +1 +2 +3, so it doesn't work. We'll have to change it, and the way we're going to change it is just add the +1 behind the items, but I'm not going to do it now. Let's just finish this, because there is one more check we need to do, and that is here. We'll need to do branch check. And if the item is upgrading to level 5, so if we upgrade it, we need to refresh the side panel because that item needs to disappear. Okay, so we need to check if this new item info that we set, break it open, crafting, break it open, and if upgrade level equals 5, so it's at max level that we just upgraded it, then we will have to set, what is it called? Do this one, show upgradable items. Yeah, show upgradable items. Okay, that will refresh the list on the side. This weapon will disappear, and we also need to hide the main widget upgraded item because we won't have any value there. We need to refresh it because we don't want to see the +6 item, which will automatically do, so we need to hide it. So upgrade that item box, set visibility to hidden, and actually drag this a little bit back. We can also refresh player inventory, otherwise when we switch to inventory and we use materials, it won't show us. So somewhere here, do get inventory reference and refresh inventory. All right, cool. And this is how we do it. Crafted item. I know it's insanely complex. If you look at it, it's a lot of setting up the nodes and everything. And we're not even completely 100% finished, but the functionality is already there. I'll say for the next video there will be one check that will happen to you as well when we're picking up the item. Now we need to also check not only if it's the same class, but if it's the same level. Otherwise we can't add it to the same stack, because you don't want to have stack of 5 swords. If one of them is upgraded, you won't see it, but we'll do that later. I just want to show you that the reason why we were setting up the button as well with different index and everything is because here, if you upgraded this item and then in the inventory you got rock blade 1 now, this and you would switch to it and switch back, this wouldn't have the reference for this one anymore. It would still try to get you the same inventory index and everything, so it would still show the wrong rock blade, just the regular one. It would be broken, so without setting it to correct one, it wouldn't work. Okay, and this works perfectly. So there's just few fixes, as I mentioned, the +1 and that thing we will do, and crafting level increase we will do, pickup function, that's one more thing, and it will be a short one probably. And then also we're going to do some kind of effect, maybe, you know, just wiggle it a little bit, the widget, everything that updates, so we can see the difference. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.